Welcome to the Foolproof FSBO podcast. I'm Tim the FSBO guy, and this is the show that helps homeowners sell their homes without paying that $31,000 agent tax. Hey, every week I'm going to share real strategies, simple tools, and proven checklists that make selling your home yourself safe, fast, and profitable. So if you're ready to keep your equity and stay in control of your sale, you're in the right place. Let's go ahead and dive in. Most home sellers lose 5 figures during inspection week, and it's because they don't know these 3 sentences. And today, you're getting the exact words that transform scary inspection reports into simple solutions and protect your equity like a guard dog with a law degree. Let's say that you accepted a killer offer, and you told your mother-in-law and your family that you're moving, and then bam, the buyer's inspector delivers a report thicker than War and Peace. And suddenly, your perfectly normal house sounds like it needs an exorcist and a structural engineer and maybe a patent from SpaceX. This is where unprepared sellers hemorrhage money for no good reason at all. Here's what buyers pray you never learn about inspection negotiations. The inspector documents everything in order to avoid lawsuits. It's not because your house is falling apart. So when that phone book size report arrives, just immediately sort the items into 3 buckets. There's safety hazards and code violations that could actually hurt someone. There's maintenance items that work, but they're just not pretty, and cosmetic issues visible to anybody with functioning eyeballs. Now, only safety items deserve negotiation. You can remind the buyers that maintenance and cosmetic items were visible during showings and they were accounted for when pricing the home. This boundary alone saves most sellers thousands of dollars. Now, the genius move happens before you even accept an offer. It'd be like Jeff Bezos bringing a prenup to his first date. It'd be awkward for about 3 seconds, but brilliant for life. You want buyers who close without inspection drama, you have to do the pre-listing power move. Schedule your own inspection before the listing. Fix every sub $100 safety item without even thinking about it. Loose railings, the missing outlet covers, the wonky smoke detectors. Document everything with receipts and dated photos. Now, for bigger items, you could choose not to fix for whatever reason, but it's important you always disclose them upfront with exact ages and deficiencies. In your listing, I want you to mention that you have already completed a professional inspection and addressed all safety items, and that you will make the report available to anybody seeking to make an offer on your home.
I could do this all day.
This way, you're going to look like the prepared professional who will not be squeezed for a new roof because yours has, experienced weather. Now, here's where things get really fun.
And here we go.
Let's say the buyer wants $12,000 in fixes, including new appliances, because yours are dated. Dated? They're stainless steel from 2015, not Harvest Gold from 1973.
The limit does not exist.
It's time to deploy sentence number 1. The fastest way to shrink a manufactured and obviously fake repair list is by making it painful for them to back up their BS. You simply respond, hey, thanks for your concerns. As to your claimed safety hazards, please provide specific code violations with statute numbers, licensed contractor assessments confirming an actual danger, and written estimates on company letterhead. And then you just simply add, we will evaluate documented safety hazards within 48 hours of receiving complete information. This shifts the giant burden of proof right back onto their shoulders. And you're going to watch that $12,000 list die faster than a vampire when it hits sunlight. Why? It's kind of simple. No evidence equals no negotiation. And most buyers can't provide actual code violations because they're inventing problems that really don't exist. The irony here is that buyers who demand perfection during inspection, they often live in rentals with duct tape dishwashers. But suddenly your home needs to meet standards that would make a Swiss hotel blush. Which brings us to sentence number 2. Never negotiate anything that currently works. Here's the perfect shutdown script. When they demand new systems for old but functional items, say, for example, the water heater operates properly as you observed during multiple tours. Its age was transparently reflected in our list price. If you need factory fresh mechanicals, new construction is available down the street. And then you just add, we're happy to provide maintenance records showing proper care. Functional means functional, even if it remembers the Bush administration. Yeah, the first one. This positions you as a reasonable but firm seller. Working is working, period. They saw it, they still made an offer on the home, and they don't get to act surprised now. And the third sentence is kind of my personal favorite. It's the nuclear option that makes unreasonable buyers realize that they are about to lose the house they fought to make an offer on over complete nonsense. If buyers threaten to walk over normal wear, you just simply have this conversation ender right in your pocket. Stay calm and just say, we understand if the inspection changed your comfort level. We are prepared to release your earnest money and proceed with our backup options. Then you go completely silent. Take the dog on a walk, go get in a game of pickleball. I don't care. Just shut up and just know that that silence is pure psychological warfare. They are on the receiving end of that, and they are torturing themselves because they're realizing they're about to lose their house over old caulk and, theological debates of roof life expectancy. 9 times out of 10, they're going to backpedal really quick. Like, a president when he's confronted with the promises he made when he was campaigning. Now, the absolute fastest way to spot inspection manipulation versus actual concerns is to understand that actual safety issues have specific codes and clear dangers and licensed contractors who are eager to fix them. Manipulation sounds like, well, this is concerning or suboptimal, or there are aged systems, potential future issues, or the classic, the inspector recommends further evaluation. If 5 different specialists need to evaluate it, it's not urgent. You just reply to them that, hey, we are happy to address code violations. Recommendations for evaluation aren't safety hazards, so we're going to go ahead and bypass on those. And boom, you've just saved yourself $5,000 in phantom problems. Now, when you do this the right way, it's amazing how fast vague concerns disappear when you demand proof. Manipulators hate specificity like vampires hate garlic. The 3 magic words that end most inspection standoffs are safe, functional, and disclosed. As in, the garage door opener is safe per current codes, it's functional as you tested repeatedly, and its age was disclosed. Your home value is based in reality, not renovation dreams. Maintaining this logical framework eliminates 90% of demands without confrontation. It's basically saying, hey, look, you knew what you were buying, but you're saying it with some sort of understanding customer service type energy. If you use these 3 concepts as your mantra whenever buyers try to upgrade their purchases on your dime, safe, functional, and disclosed, you're going to come out way far ahead. Here are 5 inspection demands that I want you to automatically reject. Screenshot this list, actually. First, cosmetic updates to functioning items. Ugly works just fine. Just ask your ex. I'm sorry, I had to. Second, preventative replacements. Look, you're selling a house. If they want a warranty, they can buy one. Third, upgrades that are beyond code requirements, because you owe a buyer a safe and functional home, but not luxurious. Fourth, let's not even get into landscaping unless it's actively attacking the foundation or something like that. Fifth, anything that can contain the words might or could or potentially. See, when we're closing on a house, we deal in actual problems, not theoretical physics. So your response needs to be that these reflect preferences, not defects. Stand firm, they're not negotiable. So buyers that are trying to renovate a used home on your dime deserve nothing but disappointment. The real inspection pros, they know about preemptive strikes.
I have the high ground!
Setting expectations early is like bringing bug spray to a picnic. It's not really sexy, but it's totally brilliant. Let's talk about credits. They're the Swiss Army knife of inspection negotiations. They solve everything, and they create 0 extra work for the seller. So stop thinking that you have to do all the repairs yourself, because credits are cheaper and legally cleaner. Instead of juggling contractors during the chaos of selling, just propose the following. We will provide X amount of closing credit for you to address priorities with your preferred vendors. You structure it simply. Offer 75% of the lowest legitimate quote that you could find. You save 25%. They get to pick their contractors, and nobody's calling lawyers 6 months later about shoddy workmanship claims. Plus, you avoid explaining to movers why there's a missing sink in the kitchen while they're carrying out the fridge. Credits give you the superhuman ability to simply write a number on the closing documents and walk away clean. The beautiful simplicity beats the complicated contractor coordination every single time. Now, there is something glaringly misleading about inspection week that I want to take a second to clear up. Now, this isn't about your house so much as it's about the power dynamics and who blinks first.
It's about sending a message.
Now, if you want to stop inspection extortion before it starts, you need to add the following words to your vocabulary right now. You're going to say, hey, we're selling a well-maintained home with age-appropriate characteristics and wear that are visible, and we've priced accordingly. We'll address legitimate safety issues discovered during inspection, but We won't negotiate maintenance or cosmetics. And if any buyer ever asks about your stance on maintenance items, you just recite what we just talked about and just say, hey, does that sound fair? And if they agree, you've sort of created this evidence of reasonable expectation. So later, when they demand new everything, you reference this discussion. It's verbal judo using their own agreement against them.
I know Kung Fu.
This single phrase in your toolbox is going to save you thousands of dollars later because it establishes the rules before emotions start running high, and a lot of times they will. Your house isn't apologizing for being lived in. Every inspection finds something because that's literally the job description of the inspector. So your job is to separate actual safety issues from someone's HGTV fantasies. The inspection and due diligence phase feels like it tests your nerves more than it tests the house, but stay calm, use these tactics that you just learned, and remember, you're not obligated to subsidize somebody else's Pinterest board. Safety, yes. Wish lists, no. That's how you keep 5 figures in your pocket where it belongs. Funding your own dreams, not theirs. Thanks for listening to the Foolproof FSBO podcast. For free tools and step-by-step guides to sell your home with confidence, head on over to foolprooffsbo.com/podcast. That's foolprooffsbo.com/podcast. And we'll see you next week.